I'd like to welcome everybody to the new headquarters of the Mississippi Watershed Management Organization.
Today is the grand opening of the MWMO building. If you don't know what it stands for, it's the Mississippi Watershed Management Organization. We're right here by the Mississippi River, and also it's the grand opening of the Lorry Bridge.
The Mississippi Watershed is an organization of special purpose. It's a special purpose unit of government whose focus is the long-term management of water resources. Our boundary includes the Mississippi River as it runs just south of I-694 in Fridley to the Ford Dam. The MWMO is governed by the Joint Powers Board, comprised of representatives from the Minneapolis Park and Recreation Board, the cities of Minneapolis, St. Paul, St. Anthony Village, Lauderdale, Fridley, Columbia Heights, and Hilltop. We work collaboratively as partners to protect, manage, and improve the water resources within this watershed.
Today, I'm the raindrop. I'm telling people, drink healthy and take care of this rain.
Today, our purpose is to help people understand why clean water is important.
One of the things that this building signifies is it's not just an either-or between nature and the built environment. Oftentimes it's thought that way in urban planning, and we're trying to break that mold in a very aggressive way. The materials. There was a conscious effort to choose materials that were sustainable and would have the minimal footprint. They selected materials from renewable sources. The lumber is from a sustainably managed forest. They shopped local in the sense that the glass, insulation, carpet tiles were all not only sourced locally, but they were made locally as well.
But it was important that all classrooms have direct access to the outside, so there's a lot of interaction in and out. But since we're on the river, we wanted to also make sure that we had a connection to the river. So the primary public space of the staff then ends in the lounge area. So there is a direct connection to the river. The general idea was that we wanted to have a separation of function, but yet have everything connected. So on the main level of the building, that's where all the educational public spaces are. Above that is the office spaces, and then the garage area where they store all their boats and such is connected, more or less directly from the staff area. So we have education, we have preservation, and then we have restoration.
The heating and cooling. We orientate the building to maximum solar exposure. The building uses renewable energy sources, including geothermal and solar. We're able to reduce the annual energy consumption of this building 70%.
We have two roof decks here. One is a green roof, the other one is not. The green roof is twice as big as the one that is not. Both of them have gutters that come off of the flat roof and spill into basins. So throughout the whole facility, there are ideas like that. Well, we wanted to see how much water does the green roof retain versus the non-green.
The landscaping and site selection, which I think is very magnificent, even in this colder day when much of the vegetation has gone brown. It's truly a well-designed, beautiful thing. But in addition to being beautiful, it's made with permeable pavers, rain gardens, a 4,000-gallon cistern to harvest roof runoff and reuse for irrigation during dry spells, sidewalks with trench drains, shared parking lot planning.
All the water from this roof goes into that gutter system and into that big cistern to provide water for the site.
We're taking all the runoff from this long roof here, catching it in this gutter, and then with the sluiceway, sending it into this stormwater cistern. It holds about 4,000 gallons. We tried to route the circulation of the site over the human pedestrian circulation of the site over the water circulation. And we've actually used the stormwater here to create this front patio space in the building. This system actually isn't designed to infiltrate water into the ground. It's more of a demonstration of water reuse. We're taking that water off the roof and we're using it to irrigate this tree grove at the front of the building.
The landscaping transitions from an urban environment over in Marshall Street with many mixed uses and a very busy route, including it being serving as a truck route, and nicely transitions into the naturalized environment and the riverfront itself. I think that was a very important thing to make sure that the things that the Watershed is very much known for, engaging people with the river, giving them that connection, that the building itself did that. The archway that we're, or the passway that we're in is a very visible, open way and invites you visually and physically into the river itself. This building teaches. It doesn't just serve as our facility to home the wonderful staff that do the things they do. It itself is designed to teach and, more importantly, connect.
This building is the main headquarters of the Mississippi Watershed Management Organization. The Green Team, well, today we're doing we're doing tabling events and we're helping out with a lot. We're having a couple other eco events. We're going to show promote non-toxic cleaners too, so be sure to get your free one.
We have a non-toxic one where you make your own little all-purpose cleaner, like your bathroom cleaner and your kitchen cleaner. And then we have one called Bubbleology, and then it's gonna be like a hula hoop, and you're gonna actually be inside a bubble, like an extra bubble. And then we're gonna have another station that shows you how a watershed works.
Well, the Mississippi River is very important because all our water comes from it. That's where we get most of our drinking water. And it's important for us to keep it clean up here because, as you know, as you go more down the river, it gets even more filthier. So we have to play our part too.
It's really, what can we do for that river and how can we educate people to join that cause? It's really a great joy. And I have to give a real round of applause to the staff because they make it happen on a day-to-day.